I was saying in my first moments video that I like having coffee in my own setting, in my own studio, and I didn't get a cup of coffee that day. Coffee in a minute, and then I sit down to edit, and then all of a sudden I have to go to the bathroom because I'm drinking water with, I got something stuck here. I'm drinking water with, it's like a scratch, water with iodine in it, and then I'm drinking coffee. Another day in the salt mines. Came up for coffee and my water with my, it has iodine in it today. I'm editing Fun Friday. My coffee, I wonder if it's still warm. It's kind of warm. Now how am I going to carry you, my coffee, and my water? I'll put my water in my arm here. My coffee. I watched some Guy Kawasaki this morning. Guy Kawasaki, it was about, part of his talk was about, he's an internet guru, that's what I call him. He worked for Apple twice, worked there from 83 to 87, something like that, left and then came back. He went back again to Apple. And he wrote the book called The Art of the Start. He's a internet, I would say he's a really wonderful internet businessman. He was a keynote speaker, and he's a keynote speaker at a lot of places now because he's so good. He's very inspirational, and he talks a lot about to the underdog. He tells people, he said, don't listen to something that he terms it bozosity. Don't listen to bozos who are going to tell you that you're going to fail. If they tell you it doesn't need to be done, can't be done, try and plug this in. If they tell you it can't be done, shouldn't be done, isn't needed, and you have an idea, if you have an innovative idea, you should do it. My whole website was an innovation. I have a website called Your Health and Tech Friend, and I made it a web magazine. So like most, excuse me, let me go change my shirt. I don't like how this looks. Most magazines are like what's it called? Redken? Not Redken. Redbook. Oprah has a magazine. Home and Gardens, House and Home, whatever. There's magazines that are founded by a lot of people. They're big magazines. Well, I started a magazine because I said it's a magazine, and I formatted it as a magazine, and it's taking a lot of time and a lot of work, but it's my desire and it's my passion. I'm making a little bit of money, very, very, very little, from Google AdSense on my web magazine. But it's a dream of mine. It's not a dream. I guess it's something that I did want to work on a long time ago, and then I found out about making videos. I was told to put a face to my website, so I made a video, and I got into that in another talk, but in another of my moments. My web magazine it's something beautiful. It's going to be a lot of images, a lot of my own personal pictures are put on there. Pictures that I've taken on vacations, like to Pennsylvania, or I went to Gettysburg, and I have some beautiful pictures from there, and other places in southern Ohio. Not too far, but I've got pictures that are just gorgeous pictures of nature and pictures of historic places. I have pictures by the lake. I've been to not Kelly's Island, but Sandusky, Ohio, and I've got pictures from there. I've got pictures from Cedar Point. So all of my main sections are going to have images on them. They have a carousel, gallery of pictures, 3 pictures on each of the main sections. And I think that's part of its value. Another part that's part of its uniqueness. Guy Kawasaki talked about being unique and having something of value. So my web magazine will be about valuable pieces of information, a lot of them for health, good health information. Like, there's a lot of diseases going on out there right now that have no foundation, except I believe that the cause foundation is the food, genetically altered food, and because there isn't the minerals in the body that there used to be, and that started the whole ball rolling. was the lack of the minerals that would come from the food that is real. The food's not real anymore and hasn't been real for a long time. Maybe people in my age group, 56, I was born in 1956, we might be skating through because we had some minerals in our system. And we had some minerals in our food when we were young. Especially European descent. My parents had a garden and they fertilized it, and then you really had minerals, so I stood a chance. But there's a lot of younger people than me who just don't stand a chance because there wasn't any minerals in their food. And I got to get back to editing on Friday. And I want to change my dress because this one doesn't stay up. So it's getting kind of old, I think. And it's stretchy. So my dresses, and this tiny, here's where I hang them up. And then there's a bathroom sink over here. A little alcove. And I iron them right here. This is where my ironing board fits in this tiny little place. But I want to get out of this, take this dress off because this dress is stretchy and the collar doesn't fit right anymore. At lunch I have my oil vitamins, and in between lunch, in between meals, I take vitamin C because vitamin C will heal as long as there's no sugar, and any carbohydrate can turn into sugar in the body. And for lunch, I don't know what I had, but in between meals is safe. I could take it with water. I have some iodine and magnesium by way of Epsom salts in my water, so I'm going to take my 3 vitamin C's. They're, let's see, with rose hips, and there are, how many milligrams? 500 milligrams each, so that's 150 milligrams of vitamin C. And I should do this like 3 times a day because then I can get my teeth are partially healed, but they're not all healed. My cracked tooth is mostly healed, and the tooth in back, the cavity, is healing from the inside out. And so in order to keep that continuously healing, I got to keep the vitamin C going. Peace. Coffee downstairs. I cleaned the pot out, I cleaned the thing out. You got to plug in order to make a pot of coffee, I got to plug in I cleaned the pot, and this is the water that's left over. We're going to go over by the sink and empty. The washer's running in the dryer. We're going to empty the there. The pot I cleaned, and I ran a pot of water through it, so it's all clean. Now we're going to have some lights here because I put sorry about putting that in your eyes. I got some water down here, and I got some coffee. Make our place more like there's a coffee filter. I got coffee. Yeah, yes, there is. Maxwell House. Maxwell House is the best. Okay, we'll make 4 cups. Okay. 4. Maybe a tiny bit more. That'll be for 4 complete cups, and this is Maxwell House original roast medium. And then here's the water. Close the thing. And the little dinghy gets. I got this coffee maker from a thrift store. My favorite place to shop. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. My mother used to say that. She used to say it's from my favorite store, and it's not plugged in. Okay, here's the outlet. I'll plug it in right there. A handy outlet. Okay, we'll plug it in. And it goes on. Yay! We're a couple minutes away from coffee. I was saying in my first moments video that I like having coffee in my own setting in my own studio, and I didn't get a cup of coffee that day. Okay, so today I'm going to clean this off. I want to put this laptop here. I want to put this laptop right here, so I have to I'm going to get rid of these papers, and then I want to use this surface as I want to use it as a desk, not as a storage place for stuff. So we're going to have a workplace here, because then you can't see the paperwork when I'm doing a video over here. And then right here will be my laptop, the laptop, where I can work on things there. And eventually I would like to get another laptop right here. It should be to the right of the tripod. And that cupboard should probably be able to go up on a wall. That wall is a false wall. There's like a heating duct behind, or air duct behind there. I was too close. I scared you. You scared me. Right underneath maybe the fuse box. I have dry skin. The heat's been on the past couple days. We keep the heat very low at night, but it's the dry air in the house from the outside. My skin is getting so dry you can hear it on videos. See? Put lipstick on. Peace. I'm editing Fun Friday, and sometimes I just zone out and the video goes by, and I sit there thinking like this, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, am I listening? It's hard. I have to watch it over and over and over again. And the coffee's done. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee in a minute, and then I sit down to edit, and then all of a sudden I have to go to the bathroom because I'm drinking water with, I got something stuck here. I'm drinking water with, it's like a scratch, water with iodine in it, and then I'm drinking coffee. If I was working for me, I'd fire me. Peace. Coffee's ready. I almost have Fun Friday done for this coming Friday. Yippee! That's good. Stale. A can of coffee must have been down here a while.